Minister Hello.
Huh?
Minister Hello.
Let me tell you.
I'm here.
Huh?
No, but can I say something about yesterday?
Not before they start.
Before they start.
Before they start. Yeah, okay.
Are the brothers coming on too?
Yeah. They're flying out tomorrow.
They're leaving tomorrow. Oh, so soon. Hey, what music can I have you play? Okay, let me look for it. What solo? So raise it up. Tell it to come out. Speak to it. So they're leaving tomorrow. Wow. I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, I think they did. Because West County the other day, and but the priests are not going anywhere. Yes, Ethiopians. That's some good music for me.
Yeah.
Yes, once again, it's your favorite person from this year, and this is another episode of Rastafari Focus tonight. My brothers and sisters, I remind you what Rastafari Focus is about. It looks at Rasta, as I say, Rastafari, and it uses binoculars to see you from a long way off, and it uses spotlight to look at you on the spot. And it also uses the microscope to look deep within and dissect. So my brothers and sisters, anything you hear on the program, yes, I'm asking you, not as in the past, no offenses meant, don't be offended by it. Come, talk, let's reason about it, alright? As I said, I am your favorite one you love to love and who love to love you. I'm Dizzy, and tonight is another episode of Rastafari Focus, and I have a special guest. I won't tell you who he is right now. When he's coming on, I will give you his name. But for now, we're going to continue with a little bit of music, and then I'm going to give you my first introduction. Rastafari, love and respect.
I'm not here to burn my soul.
Right.
Rasta's done
People have been calling me so that they can get this song.
What?
This guy have been calling me that.
For this song?
Yes, they didn't like it, but
It's a nice song.
yeah.
So didn't you use your garlic? Didn't you use your garlic therapy? You used it, eh? It looks like my ginger therapy is better than yours.
I am Rasta all the days of my life. From the morning sunrise through the darkness of the night, I praise Jah all the days of my life. I won't waste no more time. I'm already on my journey. I am Rasta all the days of my life. From the morning sunrise to the darkness of the night, I praise Jah all the days of my life. On this rock I stand, from the depths of the seas of the Caribbean. We were taken away as slaves for so long. We have been through great tribulation. We fight for our liberation and chant. We chant for our redemption.
Anyone who may wish to profit himself alone from the knowledge given him, rather than serve others through the knowledge he has gained from learning, is betraying knowledge and rendering it useless. A quote from His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. Shall I say it again? Shall I repeat it again? Anyone who may wish to profit himself alone from the knowledge given him, rather than serve others through the knowledge he has gained from learning, is betraying knowledge and rendering it worthless. My brothers and sisters, whatever knowledge that I've gained, I've tried to pass it on to all of you. I don't keep it to myself because my life is short. And I'd like to see this movement of Rastafari uplift. I'd like to see it go places. I'd like to see everyone enjoy what I've enjoyed and I'm enjoying, because it is the will of His Majesty that we should enjoy. From ever since this program began, I've tried to impart my knowledge to the listeners, and without impartiality. Some people find me controversial, some people find me vexing, and some love what they're hearing. But my brothers and sisters, it's not my wish or my desire to upset or to cause any form of disrespect to anyone. I am just giving a message that was passing on a message that was given to me to pass on. There are those of us who think that they are doing the right thing. You see, the devil is a cunning man. He's very, very cunning. He gets us to do his job and get us to ruin our own brothers and sisters and our own selves and believing that we are doing the right thing. The right thing should be based on what is necessary for the development of our own selves, our own mankind, and even our family. We must examine ourselves carefully with what we're doing. I have a guest tonight inside the studio, and I will be talking to him in a little while. But before I go on, I'd like to set the stage. Tonight, we're going to talk about in depth about the movements of Rastas, so-called, and the houses of Rasta, so-called, yes? And we're going to talk a little bit about their origin and what their purpose is about. Because it is necessary to bring this thing to a head, because Rasta is suffering, and unless we come together as one, we will never get out of this doldrum that we find ourselves in. My brothers and sisters, tonight is a program that will go down into the deep, deep, deep pit and bring out the dregs that is there and bring out the good that is hidden there. Tonight, most people say to me, why am I picking on these people? For instance, Third Tribe, Bobo, and Naibingi. I'm not picking on them. I'm just giving the knowledge or the instructions of what was passed on to me in order to and also passing it on to you all and also to them. Because my brothers and sisters, whether we like it or not, whether we believe it or not, they are doing the wrong thing. Let's, for instance, I'm talking about Bobo right now, because yes, you know why I'm talking about Bobo so much? Because these are a set of people that I love very much because of their discipline. Prince Emmanuel did something right there because he gave them that discipline of purpose. He gave them that sense of belonging. I'm looking at a picture of Prince Emmanuel receiving His Majesty. Prince Emmanuel meeting His Majesty, and His Majesty giving him a present. Now most of the Bobo brothers take this present to mean that His Majesty was giving some form of authentication to Prince Emmanuel's activities. As I've said time and time again on this program, His Majesty's intention for Prince Emmanuel was a very, very high one, higher than he is right now. It means that he should have gone in where he's got his little camp in Bobo Hill and make it a monastery that teaches priests, that train priests, that they could be Rastafarian priests all over Jamaica, all over the Caribbean, and all over the world. Because of that, His Majesty stepped down from the throne, a very disappointed man, because he wanted to see dreadlocks Rasta on the altar of the church. And because of Prince Emmanuel's egoism, he called himself God and get others to call him God, and set the church back, set Rasta back, set everything back eons, because up to now we haven't been able to catch up. If Prince Emmanuel had done that, the Rastafarian movement would have been one of the greatest movements on earth today, and I mean really the greatest movement on earth today. The reason why I'm harping so much about Bobo, because they have the potential, and still have, they had the potential then of making that happen, making the movement great. And they also had the potential, and still have the potential, of bringing down the movement down into the dregs, which is where it is right now, because they have no basis. And they will not find themselves the basis that they should find themselves into. My brothers and sisters, let's wake up, man. Let's shake ourselves and get up at this slumber. We are invited, the Ethiopian Theological Church is invited all bubbles to come and be a part of it and be authenticated as real priests. Not lying to yourselves that, oh, I am priest, this and I'm priest, that. Who ordained you priest? When you get your ordination, Priest Emmanuel wasn't ordained. Nobody ordained him. He ordained himself. Clever little man. He was very good at tricking. He's very good at training, and he's also very good at tricking. That up to now people come and join, and nobody asks any question about where do you come from, where you get your theology from. Everybody said that I was trained in the upper room of Jerusalem. What? Jerusalem upper school room. Lying to themselves. Where's Jerusalem upper school room in England? Where is it in Ghana? Where is it in Jamaica? Jerusalem upper school room is in Jerusalem. I went to Jerusalem, and right now there's no upper school room there. You know what I'm telling you? I've been to Jerusalem, I've been to Jericho, I've been swam in the Dead Sea in Israel. And there's no upper school room there. That man talk about the training upper school room. How can we lie to ourselves and believe the lies that we tell ourselves, and at the same time want to hurt others when they tell you that you're lying? The brothers here that got involved in the bubble, they are so violent that they issue threats. I can't say that for the Jamaican bubbles, because they don't offer no threat. They're peaceful people. But the brothers here, what is it about that makes you so violent that when somebody says this and that, you first thing you want to do is kill them? My brothers and sisters, learn. Come and educate yourself about the things that you claim to be. His Majesty said it earlier, and I say it again. If you do not help others with the knowledge that you've gained, then the knowledge that you have gained is worthless. My brothers and sisters, I'm Amdizian, and it's first called Rastafari Focus.
Through the darkness of the night, I praise all the days of my life.
Shout out to the guests.
I won't waste no more time.
The wine's burning too much.
I'm already on my journey.
At this juncture, I'd like to send some greetings to Abba Yosef in Ethiopia. He's listening. I'd also like to send some greetings to the St. Elias brothers and sisters from the St. Elias Monastery in Ethiopia. Also to my children in England, Jenny, Delroy, Theo, Georgie, and my grandchildren. And also a special happy birthday to my little granddaughter, special little one. Happy birthday, Zari Bob. Happy birthday, my darling. Also to Karen, and she's also listening. And all of the Manchester posse in England, they also listen. My brothers and sisters, we'll be bringing on our guests after the next music.
Please put your phone on silent.
That's how it was.
No. I rock it down is still there.
Everything is fine. I'm already on my journey. I am Rasta all the days of my life. I'm a faithful my soul. Rasta's got in full control now. I can't convert. I'm already on my own. You're not every man I road. Everything is fine. I'm already on my journey. I am Rasta all the days of
Yeah, ready?
my life. From the morning sunrise through the darkness of the night, I praise God.
Yes, my brothers and sisters. Tonight, my guest is Fire.
Born.
Fire.
Born.
Yes. Fire is the caretaker, or the main caretaker of Nana Rita Marley's property and the hills in Harbury. Fire is a elder Rasta man from earlier times, from Jamaica times. Nana Rita Marley brought him here to assist her in her administration. He has met His Majesty. He was there when His Majesty came to Jamaica, and he knows the beginning, the ins and outs of most of the Rastafarian movement in Jamaica. Greetings, Fire.
Greetings, I say.
Welcome, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, I.
Welcome to the house, Prime. Give thanks.
Yes, my brother.
This is Fire from the Bob Marley and the Rita Marley Foundation, all the way from Jamaica. Fire, born.
Fire, born.
Yeah, we give thanks.
Yes,
You know?
Fire.
Born.
You're a elder Rasta man from them back time. Tell what it was like when His Majesty come to Jamaica in 1966.
One of the first thing I can say, the whole Jamaica, you have to say, moved to the airport. There was no one in Jamaica when not heading to the airport. And it's the first time I ever know that herb could free in Jamaica. I see bags of herbs and police just up and down. And the only time Rasta was free because them said, Rasta your God come. So them couldn't touch it. So I give thanks to know. And one of the main things is that the barriers around and the red carpet that spread for His Majesty. It was a great rain and everything was muddy, and when the plane land and them stand guard, then everyone break out and rush to the plane when the plane land. And even before the propeller could turn off, I was one who rushed and was under the plane. And one of the main things I was looking at is the color of the flag. And when I see the flag and the color and see the lion inside, then I say, yes, Jah come to Jamaica. So, and at that time, every man light a cup. When I say cup, a herb cup. And it's, no one was astonished to know that the plane just land. And there is notice around, say, no light.
No smoking.
No smoking. And man light cup under that plane. I tell you. So I know, say, Jah was there, and Jah is here, and Jah live forever.
You know what is puzzling, and somebody said that to me. As a matter of fact, my daughter said that to me, that all these brothers, they say that I Selassie is God, His Majesty is God, and so on. But nobody listen to His Majesty's speeches and adhere to it. Nobody obeys anything His Majesty say, and nobody pay any attention. But yet, they say His Majesty is God, and they don't listen and they don't obey their God. Now, we're talking specifically about Bubbles. Can you tell us the beginning of Bubbles, how that came about?
I born in the 30s, so I give thanks to be here at my age and see a lot of things that take place in Jamaica. Bobo and Rasta and Bingy and all those things. Those days, people never recognize you as Rasta in Jamaica. People don't know. When them see like you set up yourself like you're Rasta, them say you're Black Heart Man.
Remember that time.
Black Heart Man was the first man that them usually call us. Because we moved with love those days and would give the children them anything, you know, to show them the love, because the colonial system was deep in them. And Rasta, we don't know about Rasta. We know about Bongo. In those days, no one call you Rasta. Them would call you bongo in those days. It's bongo we start from. And starting from bongo, then we have a system where we sell before razors, scissors and comb. So we become the dreadlock monarch those days. So in those days now you usually have some bobo who call themselves Rasta. Them don't become dreadlock. Them comb them hair. So it was a fighting spirit between the dreadlock and the comb some. We call them comb some. So from those days, Prince Emmanuel them, through them is bobo in those days, and them don't trim them hair and comb them hair. Them burn up them hair while we let go of locks.
So that's where the turban, the head wrap come from?
Yes, because them was fighting against the dreadlock. Them was comb some in those days. Them was comb some. So within those time, Prince Emmanuel was living, who was Jamaican, no Spanish Town Road. Was at Spanish Town Road, little above Queen State there. So, who is Jamaican should I know from them time?
That's just after Bakawal.
Yes.
Coming out of,
yes.
Before,
right
after
in front
Madawi,
of Bakawal.
Valley Bridge.
Yes, right in front of Bakawal. He was a Jamaican.
Yeah, I know the region.
Yeah, so Prince Emmanuel those days, they just have a little tent there and say a thing about Africa, back to Africa. And we, the Rasta man now, where we bongo man, we associate different from the comb song. So him with him wrap up here now, him did have to have an occupation as a bobo. So you know, as a bobo, if I would have liked know if I did see a bobo here, asking him what is his occupation, because his occupation is created by Prince Emmanuel to make a living.
And he used to make broom.
It's broom him start to make. So anytime the people see them always have a song for say, see the bobo come with him broom there, you know. And that time now, Prince Emmanuel lived there. And one of the members them died. And the man wouldn't bury him. The man put him out now like a showcase and say like, in those days, when you're talking about Africa, you always have a feelings that you can't dead. And if you're dead, you're going to rise. So the people them now get scared and bring down police. So he move away to Bull Bay, Bobo Hill. That Bobo Hill in that area. So it's those days now we know becomes more stronger. Then planner now start have delegation will come to Africa. And from that time now, planner meeting Haile Selassie and getting program of Africa. Then we realize now that when we say Rasta, and the people them say Rasta, we represent the King of Kings, because his Ras money and all different races build up the fullness of the monarch. So we becomes Rasta. But Bobo, these Bobo here would know the fullness of Jamaican, because all philosophy of Rasta formulate in Jamaica. and spread out all over the world. So Jamaica is the background for all Rasta system. And it shouldn't reach a stage now that the bubble over here now trying to resist the ascendant from Ethiopia. Because I and I now always look to Africa as our home, knowing that repatriation is a must. But being that way, we still see Haile Selassie as the King of Kings. We have the government on his shoulder. That means him responds for us and him supposed to deliver us to the Father. The Father is the I. We don't have no name.
Fire. All through this program for the past months, I've been trying to ascertain the connection between Bobo and His Majesty. They all say Emmanuel I, Jah Rastafari. They put His Majesty's picture, Marcus Garvey, and his priest Emmanuel together as the Trinity. And they show for Jah Rastafari. Can you explain how Bobo is connected to His Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie? Is there a connection in your mind?
The only connection is that him take up a role. Because those days, we, Haile Selassie, see us as missionary. As missionary. So him play a part as a leader those days. So him get the opportunity.
You talk about Priest Emmanuel.
Prince Emmanuel,
yes.
Get the opportunity to meet Haile Selassie just like Planner. But Planner was more distinct because Planner was coming through
Federation.
Through the World Federation.
Yes.
And that is the legal connection
to His Majesty.
To His Majesty. But him don't turn away anyone who trying to accept the work of His Majesty.
No, like I said, I have got a photograph here where His Majesty, Prince Emmanuel meeting His Majesty handing him something as a gift. His Majesty gives gifts to many people, and it seems as if Prince Emmanuel take this gift that His Majesty gave him as authentication of his thing that he is doing. I know for a fact that His Majesty was kind of embracing Prince Emmanuel, hoping that Prince Emmanuel would be the first Rastafarian priest, monarch, what call it, abbot for a monastery in Jamaica, expecting Prince Emmanuel to build a monastery and go into the church. Now, my thing is that His Majesty is the defender of the Ethiopian Theological Church. His Majesty defended that to the hills. His Majesty planned from 1928, from 1924 mission, when he went to Europe and went to Egypt and get the Patriarch of Egypt to make sure that the church would be independent, Ethiopian Theological Church would be independent in Ethiopia. Having said that, do you think that His Majesty would go outside of that and tell Prince Emmanuel to build something else that would rival the church?
His Majesty wouldn't do that because him couldn't fight against his work.
Exactly.
Him couldn't do that. Him was only assisting him in carrying out his part of work, knowing that we are saying the same thing in a farm. But that don't say him give you the power to formulate your own doctrine or your own church. No, that wasn't so. Because Planner was the one who would get all those things except Haile Selassie was given any great honor to anyone.
Exactly. And the time when His Majesty landed in 1966, I was told by Planner himself that there was announcement over the tannoy that Planner was supposed to go and escort His Majesty from the plane. And His Majesty wouldn't leave the plane until Planner was found and went and escorted him from the plane. So if there's any accolade or any authority to be given, it would have been Planner.
Of course. I'm saying that. I was there. And then when the announcement from the brigadier that His Majesty want Multimo Planner, Planner was on the lighthouse top. And what Planner said, because that day, I tell you, it was pure miracle. Planner even say make one step.
And he got to the bottom.
And him get to the...
he told me that as well.
All right.
Yeah.
So all those honor were given unto Planner. Now, the crowd was so delirious and excited that everywhere around the plane and on the plane there was people, because I was one of them on the gangway. And His Majesty want to highlight from the plane, and the brigadier himself couldn't divide the crowd for His Majesty to highlight from the plane. He had to call Planner, and Planner went up, meet His Majesty inside, and come out and said, His Majesty want to highlight, and Planner do so. And as soon as him open the man, I just see the crowd move, and it move accurate. Accurate fire. I was there. And His Majesty come out and view what going on. And Planner was there with him standing. Planner was there standing. So I was there that day. I was there. And so what Prince Emmanuel is claiming to be, all those things is a false thing. Because anyone should get those privileges, as from what I am saying, would be Planner. Multimo Planner now supposed to carry back message to Haile Selassie about the delegation. And the delegation was going to and fro. But politics involved. And in those days, politics was strong between Michael Manley and Edward Seago. Michael Manley represent the PMP side, and Edward Seago represent the JNP side. So those creative moves, all those things, those blessings and all those things that set up, it would be Planner getting those gifts. But Prince Emmanuel now and Bobo and all those, what you say, what you call it?
Yeah, being the 12 tribes.
No, not in Nayabing. What Bobo is saying, that Trinity.
Yeah, the Trinity. Prince Emmanuel, Marcus Garvey and his
that created by Sizzler.
Oh, okay.
Them sound that created by Sizzler. It's not say him a dealing that way. No, those honor given unto him from Sizzler coming up those days. And want to know about Rasta. And him pass through Prince Emmanuel church or whatsoever you may call it. So he make a song through that. But yeah, but it was not honorable thing. He sang the reggae business, and you know them one come famous, so them sing that. So Baba was not person who recognized as a part of even the 12 tribe. Bubba was different.
But they were always isolated. They
Yes.
never really come amongst the normal populace except to sell broom and to sell
Yes.
their farming products.
And why they was isolated, fire, is because from the beginning, them was come some.
Aye.
So they never associate with I and I. They was come some. Them come them here.
So there wasn't Rasta then. They want nothing to do with Rasta.
No, there was Bubba.
So now they call him out Jah Rastafari. And
It's
Rastafari.
because it's something take on.
Ah.
Because up to now, even plenty little people you say Rasta this, Rasta that. Some of them are sing all the Rasta sometime. When them are say it, it's like them want to trim the whole place.
Yeah, man, romantic.
Yes, and all them say. So I say to myself, say, if I say Rastafari, I not go enter. You know? So those things is people mentality. Them
But
develop.
the thing about it, see, it is the most damning thing in the Rastafari movement because it's holding us back. Because they distract the attention of others that would go into the federation or the church. I know the federation is not good, you understand me? But if we go into it, we can clean it up. The church also, the church is mostly against lax said. If we go into the church, we can clean it up because the church accept myself as a Rasta man with lax. I was baptized and I was on the altar of the church serving as an assistant deacon with my lax. So there was no problem there. But Bobo come and say, well, Bobo, and hundreds and thousands of people are joining it and leave the church and leave the federation and want nothing to do with it. So what I'm saying, my point is people say I'm attacking them. I'm not really attacking them. I'm just giving the facts. And the fact is, stop lying to themselves. They should stop lying to themselves and be what they are, what they normally were them. Come some. And stop calling His Majesty name. Or if you call His Majesty name, show your works or show your attachment. That is what I'm saying, my brother. Fire, we're going to move on to another part of the program right now. So please give the final word,
yes,
brother, yes?
Yes. I know that there's a lot more to say. But I know another time is there for us to say what we're supposed to say. Because now is not the time for us to fight. We should unite because there's over 7 billion of people out there. And if you're speaking about Rasta and Rastafari, Rastafari, the King of Kings, is the head creator, and when him is in the kingly farm, the government is on his shoulder. So first of all, Rasta should even thinking about politics to try to win the people, get together to meet the people. When there is disaster,
should equip to the handle.
We should have things to give to the people that the people can see, say, yes, this come from Rasta. So if we have a high and Rasta, but if disaster come, all right. Next time when I'm here, I'm going to give out this saying. What we know about the fulfillment of Jah, the works of Jah, what we're supposed to do. Those are the things we should know. We know the creed of Rastafari. We know Rastafari have a creed.
Not many people know that, Fire.
Eh? What is the creed?
The young Rastafarians, so they don't know that.
All right. If I'm not here, the next round, send in your answer. You know the creed? And if you know the creed of Rastafari, what part do you play? So I would like to say, greetings to Mama Ruth, Madam Ruth, Minette, that is at home, and Nesta, this is Fire, all the way from Jamaica. Javana is here. So I don't have to say Javana. But give thanks and bless Radio Gold, because right now, although them don't rate account to them, Radio Gold, but Radio Gold is the original station. And you see the man, what them say, a prime eye. You know why him call himself high? It's because him see the highness. And him always try to communicate with Africa, because Rastafarai.
Yes, I.
Give thanks.
Hello. We're going to open the phone line in a minute. Yes, so listeners can have a conversation with Fire. So for now, we're going to play a little bit of music, and after, when we come back, I'd like to say goodbye to my brothers from Canada. They're here also in the studio, and they're flying out very soon. They won't be here next week, put it that way. So a little bit of music, and then we come and say goodbye to our brothers. Make a brief goodbye to me, yeah? Yeah, start, yeah? Come make a brief goodbye for me.
We are all of one vision, 'cause I'm a true Bahama. Jehovah Rastafarai, Emperor they took us away from Africa and brought us down here.
Yes, my brothers and sisters. This is Gabriel Amla from Canada. He's been with us for the past 3 weeks. He'd like to say goodbye.
Yes, greetings, my lovely family of Ghana. Yeah, you know, we're one family of the divine Almighty Xavier. So my heart goes out. All I want to say is remember the commandments of the Almighty to keep them, especially the Sabbath day. It's very, very important. You know what I mean? The salvation of the human race depends on it. So my love goes out again to Ghana, and I pray that by the grace of the Almighty I will be here in another 2 months. So stay posted to Radio Gold. You know what I mean? Because this is the only station that brings the truth to the nation. So be strong and trust in the Lord with all your heart, all your mind, and don't lean on your own understanding. Seek truth. Bless.
Yes, that was Brother Gabriel Amla. Now, Brother Ciela Adeno Tenabit is going to give his says goodbye to you.
Amen. Bless all the great and powerful, mighty people of Ghana. It is an honor for me to be here in Ghana with my brothers and sisters, and I'm looking forward to be here again within a short time. That is the will of the Almighty that I will be here. I must send a special request out to a very great sister of myself from Ethiopia, Fatima, to say we are here, we do remember you and pray for you. Blessings coming from Mula and David and from Lumumba. Bless you, Fatima. This is from Saleh Adome, and to all the people of Ghana. Bless you all.
Thank you, my brothers. Yes, these were two of our visiting priests from Canada. Yes, and I said priests. They are lax, Rastafarian priests with locks on. So all those who think that the church does not accept them with their locks, think again, because I am wearing my locks, these brothers are wearing their locks, and we are all a part of Ethiopia and the church. Now the phone number that I would like to give you the phone number to call and contribute to the program. 0302-303-491, same number as usual. 0302-303-492. The phone line is open as we speak. So you can call and have a conversation with Fire and also myself. If you have any concerns, please let's address them on here. Okay? So we continue with the program. As I've said before, we are here to give the information that is necessary to uplift ourselves and to uplift the movement of Rastafari. There's a call on the line. Hello, your name and where you're calling from? Hello?
Hello,
your name and where you're calling from? Welcome, my brother. Yes, I.
Yeah, man, it started listening to you since you started the program, and it's a good thing.
Aye.
The artist school from and ready to go.
Aye. Give thanks, my brother. Would like if when you call, if you have any questions for Fire or myself, we'd love to answer questions. There's another call on the line. Your name and where you're calling from? Yes, sir. Your name and where you're calling from? Welcome. Anyway.
Big up Marley, big up Marley Justice, and yourself, I'm big.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Ghana and Africa is proud of you, yeah?
Thank you, my brother. Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, like I said, we appreciate the compliments and all that, but we'd like to, if we could get some questions, because, you learn by asking questions. And when I was a young Rasta and I didn't listen to anything, I always asked questions. And now I'm an old man and I still have a lot of questions. But the questions that is on most people's mind is, why am I so dogged with the other houses, so-called houses of Rasta? As I've said earlier in the program, the reason why I'm so dogged and I'm so determined, there's another call on the line. Your name and where you're calling from, please?
Hello.
Hello. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yes, sir, Dada. Please, my name is Original Rascotty, calling from the
Welcome, my brother.
Yes, sir, Rasta, I'm busy.
Yes, sir.
My first time calling the show,
Give thanks.
Yahweh. But I want to ask the Bobo priest that the day His Majesty arrived in Jamaica, what happened? What were some of the miracles? What were some of the, the wonders that came to pass for I and I to know that, yes, these are some of the significance showing that His Majesty was in Jamaica, and that was these some of the blessings.
Fire.
Give thanks, Fire. One of the miracles, I must say, in those days, coming through the Most High, I was wearing all crocus bag, onion bag, all those things, burn all clothes. But after doing all those things, within a dispensation of time now, I start show the people that although Rasta wear bag and thing, I start wear a thing named cream serge, Queensway serge.
High class.
And black band land. If you're a Jamaican, you know them the quality. But I just showing them, so Rasta coming from sapcloth and ashes can wear all those things. I wear all Vicuna black. Anyway, as I was saying, and that day I remember I have on my cream serge and my black band land. And the amount of rain will fall fire. And out of the airport now, I don't have on no shoes or nothing, because them days they will lick dead skin when I wear shoes and things. And they between the soldier them and thing, and when them say His Majesty a come, and when we look up, the darkness come down fire, where you can't see yourself. And when we're looking at the darkness, we see 3 of them white birds where pick ticks off a cow and fly across. And you could have see the beauty because the bird them was white. and it wasn't His Majesty. We see a pilot plane, and we shout Rastafarai, it was named. And me say, by the time them say His Majesty a come, the amount of rain as I tell you a come fire. So I look down upon my Queensway surge now and I say, boy, that must dirty up. The amount of, and when I look, it cleaner than even before. That's how you say wait.
Cool fire.
Then the next thing again, when I reach, when the plane, all them rain there, and the plane land.
There's another call of fire. Yes,
Irie,
my brother.
Irie.
Yes, go on.
Yeah, my name is Rastafarai, calling from Roman Ridge.
Yes, go ahead.
Who the originator, what Rastafari living?
It was Planner. Planner is the one, a Rasta man from Jamaica named Planner. Him doing the delegation from Jamaica.
From 1963. He started
That was in 1963.
Yes.
Him take up the work and decide to gather Rasta together because we talk about repatriation. So him get together and get up some other brethren, intelligent brethren, and go to Ethiopia and meet Haile Selassie. So the gateway open from there. Because I said to you, first of all, people never call we Rasta. We was all bongo man.
Yes, I'd like to remind the listeners of the phone number again. The number is 0302 303 491, 0302 303 492. Hello, there's another call on the line. Oh, we've lost you. Sorry, try again. Okay? As I was saying, 303 303 492. Yes, Fire. You were saying, brother.
Yeah.
Before we go on, Sarah is here, and it seems as he has been looking for quite a while, and he wants to ask a question.
Yeah, Fire, before another caller comes in, I want to find out, a lot of people say Multima Planner have also betrayed Rastafari movement by selling out the movement, otherwise the movement would have been bigger than this, and they have sold it to the government and all that. What about that?
It wasn't so. Because Planner was so devoted to His Majesty. So, is the government then fight against the move? Is the government fight against the move? It wasn't Planner. And some of those.
We're going to call on the line. Hello, your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, man, greetings, Father.
Greetings, my brother. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, man, I'm calling from my town, Newtown.
Welcome, my brother. What's your name?
Yeah, man, my name is Bobo Potu.
Okay, my brother. Okay, go ahead. You have a question.
Yeah, man, we have a question. You know, say, as a true Rastaman believe in a sense, because each and every time you hear on us talk about St. Elias. So no one to know the Rastaman have to believe in sense.
I don't understand what do you mean believe in sense.
Mention of St. Elias.
Saints. Okay. I hear you. Saints. Yes, my brother, because we are Rasta, all Rastafarians, all Rasta should belong to the Ethiopian Kiweda Church. And within the church there are lots of saints. These are very holy people that can do miraculous things. Yes, Rasta believe in saints. His Majesty also believes in saints. And as a matter of fact, His Majesty himself is a saint.
Land of Ethiopia, where romance and legend vie for first place in their adventurous history. Ethiopia. In the heart of Africa.
Yes. We'll be taking the last caller for tonight because time is well spent. Hello, your name and where you're calling from? Yes, I.
As we break in there, that one knows a big them, they must be good to a dead body or what.
I didn't get that. Could you repeat again for me?
A dead body, the body them near dead body, then you go to the grave.
We have to go near their dead body. Well, yeah.